Hi, everyone.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
We are super, super excited to bring this information to you. Finally, we've been working on it for quite a while, and it's the launch of our Empowered Living Master Series. We want you to know that this content is amazing. And yes, we are tooting our own horns. When we look back at the work that we've done over the years, we're always a little like, wow, this stuff is really good. And this program is a culmination of a lot of things that we have done together, and also the opportunity to go into a deeper dive on these parts of our being that we call the layers. We use this common sense kind of understanding. So it's in Ayurvedic speak, we call ourselves householders, meaning we live in the world. And we have to use these teachings in a common sense way to apply them to who we are and how we make decisions. So it's a less complicated way to understand, practice, and incorporate all these teachings into your life.
So as we put this together, we came up with our promise to you. So if you join our masterclass, you'll get to understand your unique constitution. So that very much speaks to the doshas. And we used our roadmap. So it starts with the doshas. We'll identify obstacles that stand in your way that are holding you back. We all have them. And then really move into conscious choices and then daily habits. And this is how you get to that point where you're living your best life. You really feel empowered to move forward in your life. So we created originally a 12-week empowered living course. What we ended up with after listening to feedback from you all was that we would create it as a 4-part series, and we spread it out throughout the year. We did this on purpose so that it would be easier to digest the information, because it's a lot of really great information, but it's still a lot of information, and then be able to apply it to your own life. We're calling each of these segments a masterclass. Each of these masterclasses is 4 weeks long. And then we're going to start with the physical body, because it just makes sense. It's our foundation. It's how we really establish ourselves in the world. And then we're going to move in a little deeper. So Sue, tell them about our first masterclass.
Yeah, our first masterclass, as Chris said, is called Build the Foundation Through the Physical Body. And we start there because this is the way in. This is how we take in the world through our physical body. This is how we live in the world. And many of us we can get stuck here. And then we can never get into the deeper part of who we are on many different levels. So it's a way to understand the emotional, mental, intuitive, and spiritual bodies as we go in through the physical body. As Chris said, we're going to identify your unique constitution, why and how it affects us, so that we have a starting point to move through the roadmap and the rest of the series. And if we're not comfortable in our physical body, we are not going to move forward. We just are not. And most of us have issues with our physical body, which is another reason why we wanted to start with this. The doshas, we're going to take a deep dive. So if you've worked with us before and you're like, yeah, I know the doshas. Nah, not in this program. So there's a lot more that we can say about our constitution and how we're put together and how we live in the world. But a lot of times we can't go into that deep dive because, like in our cleanses, we have a lot more to cover. So this time we can really spend this, time together, in this case, 4 weeks, to really keep embellishing on this study of what we call the doshas. So this is in our first week. And we're also going to look at this perspective of Western medicine versus Ayurvedic medicine, and how Western medicine looks at our physical body and how Ayurvedic medicine looks at our physical body. And they're really different. And it's actually very empowering. You know, it gives us choices, which I love. So that's in our first week of this masterclass. The second week, we're going to go into digestion and food and understanding our cravings, which is a really big deal. A lot of people don't really understand where cravings come from, but Ayurvedic medicine has a real solid study around this. Week 3, we're going to talk about hydration and movement and our lymphatic system and why it's important to understand this. And then our final week, we're going to look at helping you to empower yourself to create your own individual roadmap with the physical body. And this is what's unique about our program that we've not done before. We've given you tools and ideas and coaching tips around what you could be doing, but this one is like your roadmap. Follow it through, and then it's yours for the physical body. One thing I do want to say, it is not a cleanse. It is a deep dive into the physical body, and that the cleanse, if you're interested, follows right afterwards. So we set it up like that on purpose. If you're interested, that would be a really wonderful follow through. So Chris, do you want to tell them a little bit more about the date?
And just a little quick add to what you said. You know, doshas really speak to the imbalance in our body, and what we're trying to do is create that state of homeostasis and balance. And that's a buzzword in, create balance. What does that mean? And we are going to really take a good look at that and what that means to you individually, because Sue's balance and my balance are different. What are the things that I do that support me are going to be different than what some of it's very much the same, but some of it's different. So it's really nice to come from that point of view. And once you create your roadmap, it's really about looking at being more conscious, making those choices that so you don't always fall to default. And then creating, again, seeing your obstacles and creating habits that are going to sustain you. Because what we're looking to do is create more immunity, more physical, in this particular class, more physical health, and then, longevity, living well into your older years, which is where I'm coming from. So we start on February 14th. And this first masterclass goes from the 14th to the 12th of March. So February 14th to March 12th. The cost is $297. And then, woohoo, here's what you get. We'll have a guest presenter. We haven't had those before, so we're very excited about that. And, again, this is such a great way to begin to understand on a physical level what's holding you back and how you can empower yourself to move forward. Right?
Right. Yeah.
And
yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and we're going to drop the landing page below, so it will have all the information on the landing page. And that's all.
Yeah. And the new parts of what we're offering is the guest presenter and the roadmap. But we are also incorporating in the 4 weeks all the things that we always do, like the weekly coaching sessions on Zoom, the follow-up emails each week, the question and answer segment, the workbook that you're going to work through. So we incorporate all of these all the time when we do these types of programs. And on top of that, we've added this guest presenter who's going to come in. It's not going to be on the same day that we're doing our coaching sessions. And our coaching sessions are going to be on Mondays at 5 o'clock. Is it 5 o'clock Mountain and 7 o'clock Eastern? And so the guest presenter will be on another day. We'll set that up when we get a little closer to the time. And this roadmap that you're going to have. So these are really unique pieces that we've not ever offered before. and as Chris said, this master series is a opportunity for you to understand yourself on a whole new level. And it empowers you to make choices no matter who you are, no matter what stage of life you're in, no matter what you're dealing with. Will find your own unique sort of constitution balance, if you will, and we'll do it in the supportive community where you're not alone, and you can reach out with questions, and you can get together with everybody each week. And it's easier to do things like this in a group, which is why we feel empowered to do it. Chris and I are both certified to do private work with people, and we still find that these groups are much more effective.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Well, we keep coming back to this over and over and over again, because this is, I think, the power of women collectively coming together to hold space, to support, to encourage. And we've made great friends from programs that we've done in groups of women that, we've had forever. So I don't know if there's anything else we want to tell you at this moment, but we've got the landing page. Registration is open. We are going to keep the registration amount low because we want to make sure that we're present for everybody during this process. So we're not going to have 50 people. Mm-mm. And the sooner you sign up, the more likely you're going to have a spot. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Let us know if you have any questions. Check out all the information. There's a lot more on the landing page than we're saying here. So check the landing page out and then let us know if you're interested, and please register if you are. Have a great day, everyone.